Greetings and God bless. I wanted to do a little kind of heads up about when you're moving from, let's say, New York or San Francisco or even Portland to kind of less popular cities. And I can speak from like living in Missoula, Montana, or Rapid City, South Dakota, that things are very different. The standards, the caliber of, let's say, a job done, or even ethics, it's completely different. Um, and you know, I, I have met some of the nicest people in Missoula and in Rapid City, but there's kind of, because everybody has lived there, it's like three generations and four generations of people being there. There's not competition. It's not like somebody relocated and is given that business person a run for their money in a way. So, and these more insulated provincial parts of the United States and probably everywhere, it's all about like nepotism. I mean, even in when I was living in San Francisco or Portland, it was who you know, not what you know, or not how hard you worked. It was just this good old boys club, but it was liberal hipsters. I mean, that's the way health food stores were. Like I never got a gig, in the alternative stuff because I didn't know the right people or I didn't have the whatever charisma. So everybody is doing a good old boys club, whether you're BLM or, whatever. Um so anyways, something I just experienced here being in Rapid. So I had been renting a storage unit from October to present, and just a couple weeks ago, they raised the rates. They tripled the rates. And, I support commerce. I think capitalism is great, actually. But I'm just kind of surprised that this happened the way it did, where I wasn't given any notice, and I would have been happy actually to pay triple the rent, 6 months ago if it was just introduced over time, rather than having it be done yesterday, and a mean attitude, like just that I wasn't supposed to be shocked or wasn't supposed to ask for any accommodation because I was in the middle of moving. And you know what? It's no crime to tell a person the situation. It's anyway. But here in Rapid City, um, people can do whatever they want. Like it is definitely like the Wild West here. My hair is bothering me. Okay. Um, like it's weird because it doesn't seem like it's kind of out of control and anarchy in Rapid City, but I really think so. Like I just find just walking on the street and the aggressive homelessness, nobody does anything about it, and um, there's this hostility, there's this hatred towards somebody with my skin color, and I'm a solo female walking. I never learned how to drive, and so I'm like this easy target, and um, and nobody wants to acknowledge it. Nobody wants to, like, it's a fact. It just happens, and anyway, so that's part of this like anarchy. And then when it comes to like business can do whatever they want. And what I learned is that a landlord, if they want to charge 1,000%, they can charge 1,000%, literally. So Rapid City business owners, get on that profit. You can charge 1,000 times more. So why don't you? Let's charge everybody 1,000 times more, because you have that right, because it doesn't matter. Ethics don't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. That's what I'm learning. And the thing is, though, when you're living, and it's so ironic because It's a very conservative. In some ways, it's conservative. I mean, there's tons of liberals here too, but so the conservatives are like, yeah, businesses can do whatever they want. There doesn't have to be any ethics. Uh, and I think that's really interesting because I do come from more of a blue state, uh, just in major cities I've been in. And so I have been sheltered by the blue state where there's more ethics. Like people would not triple your rent, your storage unit rent. It just wouldn't. It just I've never heard of this happening. And they certainly, like, whoever would have, like, if a storage unit did triple your rent, they certainly wouldn't be like callous and insulting and um so anyways, what I'm trying to say is when you're moving, let's say from Portland or New York to Missoula or Rapid City, you're not going to have the same ethics, you're not going to have the same standards, you're not going to have the same quality, you're not going to have the same educated, capable um, people. You're going to find every once in a while you're going to find somebody who's really on the ball and really delivers. But because it is this kind of provincial, sheltered, insulated, fourth generation, whatever, like there's no competition. There's no competition. I mean, now there's probably going to be a little bit more competition, but it's just you know pre-civilized in some ways, and it's very shocking. And Yeah, I don't really don't. I mean, it's crummy to be treated like dirt, just because somebody can treat you like dirt. And the thing is, blue states do terrible things too. They do treat people like dirt also, but this was just a new angle on being treated like dirt. In the red state, there's just like no conscience about it. Uh, and in a blue state there is more conscience, and I just think it's kind of ironic because the blue state don't have Jesus, but somehow they're more um, uh, humane. And that is the irony of the Christian thing. It's just like I remember, and I was reading something in a part in the Bible where the Pharaoh told Moses that the Hebrews were just bad people, not nice people. And um and and I think that is one of the themes I have noticed in the Bible. Like, some of the people in the Bible are not nice people, and God isn't looking for the nicest people. And what I'm trying to tell you is you're not necessarily going to find nice people when you go to, let's say, Montana or South Dakota. Um, and I'm not trying to say I haven't met nice people in either place. I'm just saying, as like, in terms of just business stuff, professional stuff, um, you know, and uh, if you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, maybe you do get better. Um, uh, Maybe people are more on the ball because they have more to lose. So I don't know. It could be the income level that I am interacting with, but I'm just putting it out there. There is something that's not that great when it's a provincial, insulated location where it's just, it's everybody's been there, their whole family, everybody's been there for, 4 generations. And so they don't really have to do a good job. They don't really have to be the best, but when you're in San Francisco or New York, you have to be the best and you still fail. Like, and you still don't make it. But so there's a lot of amazing people who are driving a cab or bagging your groceries in those major cities. But here, some of your top tippity top people are not all that great. And Yeah. So, anyways, it's just a bit of a culture shock. Do not expect the same high quality per people intelligence, capacity, ethics, morality, even. I mean, like conscience. You're not necessarily going to find that in these states, more inland states. And I guess maybe I shouldn't say morality, because there is morality here. People believe in Jesus. They believe in life. They believe in the Bible, or a lot of people do. Excuse me, but in terms of like just other like human decency thing, it's not here. And it could be, maybe it's due to the times that we're in as well. So, but I do think, though, there is something about what I'm talking about, that when there's just several generations, it's kind of clannish. They haven't had to compete with highly motivated, educated, go-getters. That's what you get. People who just, who cares? They don't care if you like them or don't like them, because you're really irrelevant, because you just moved here. Like, you're not um, from here. So yeah, it's disappointing, but um, I guess it's just part of life. So thank you for listening, and God bless.